Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I was sitting here working on a couple of pages this morning, and before anybody got up, Amor decided I had to be up early. And I was going to do something, and I put the main sticker down, and you notice something? It's crooked. And that may not bother some people, but right now it bothers me. I don't know why, but it does. But I'm going to show you right quick how we're going to fix that, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that this happens to. So, just a little quick fix. And I've got a strip of flowers here that off of a washi tape. And it's one that had flowers down both sides. But I picked the darker one because you can't see through it here. And I reckon I should see if I can do the same with the light. The light I can see through some. We may use that, we may not. But I do like, if I do this one on this side, and then I can do the light on the inside, maybe it won't matter too much. Alright, so I'm going to come up all the way and cover the edge of the paper. Trim it off to there. And set that part down. Now, this is where it gets tricky. This is where I really have to be careful, because if I put this one on straight, then it will cover up this little edge here that's wonky. At least that's what I'm thinking. So, I do this one this way. And yes, it's going to show a little bit over here, but I can deal with that. I can deal with that a little bit. Get that off. So we have that there. And see, that's not that noticeable. Let me trim up this edge. Or maybe what if I move it? See, that's one thing. Washi tape is not permanent. So if we don't like something and we're very careful, we can take it off and we can move it. Move it over just a tad. I want to make sure I'm right along the edge of that paper. Now see, now I'm too far up that way. It's okay. We can trim it off. Nobody's going to know. They are not going to know. Now, I'm going to come back, and I think I can put this side down here, and it should be okay. It should be. So I'm going to trim this off to about here, because I know I have to trim a smidge off anyway at the bottom. Now this has words in between, and I'm just going to trim all of those off and make sure I'm as close to the edge here as I can get. Come down a little bit further here. There. Now, we shall see if this works. That undone, take that off. Now, for this side. Oof, I can get hold of it. Put it just like that. So, I'm even here. And I'm even there. I still have a little bit to trim here, which is okay, we can trim. It's not a big deal. Now, I still have like gaps in here. And I know that's not, big enough to fit across. But I should have enough on here that it should work. See, I may have to come up. I have to trim the bottom a little bit. But that's okay. It's okay. We can trim and we can be a little fussy. I'm just going to go ahead and trim all of this down. I mean, why not? There. Now, come here. Come here to, I'll cover up that bottom edge. So I'm going to come over to here. And I'm just making a frame around it. Where am I? And I know I'm going to have to do a little, minute trimming, but that's okay. Because, sometimes we have to be a little precise. Because here we're covering up a mistake that we made by not laying it down straight in the first place. Alright, well, really can't tell, I got a little smidge in there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with my craft knife, and I'm not cutting down enough to go through the paper, just enough to get into the washi tape. No, that doesn't want, there we go. See? Oh, went off. I get stuck to my fingers. Okay, there goes that side. I think I need a new blade on here. Now come that side. We'll lift this part off. Come on, come on, come on. There. Now we'll do the same here. Going to follow that line all the way across. And now this should come off. Ta-da! We did it. And yes, there's just a little smidge here, but I ain't worried about that. Now up here, may have to come down a bit lower. Because I know this isn't enough to go all the way across, so let me get this off. I just figure I'd show you how I fixed my mistake, so maybe it will help you when you come across things like this. Now, because this side is darker than this, I can come to the edge here, and if I'm not quite at the edge there, it doesn't matter. To here. See? And you can't really tell anything there. But now we have to trim this top off. So, very gently, I'm only bearing down enough to cut through the tape. And when you're doing something like this, you're only cutting enough to get through that top layer. If I'm not mistaken, that's what they call a kiss cut, because you're just kissing the paper with the blade. All right, now, go the other way. This is difficult because I'm left-handed, and this is the, all right, where are we? Start here. And go down. Well, are you there? Yeah. There we go. Close enough. So there. There's where we're at. And I do have a little bit here left. I'm not going to save the words. Yeah, let's face it, I'm not a word person. I do use words, I just haven't used a lot. And I'm not real comfortable using them. But I will learn. Now, because these are stuck on, now remember, if you have a glass mat, it is glass. You can use a glass scraper to clean off the stuff that gets stuck on it. So, we have fixed our page. I think it turned out pretty good. I really do. Because now my edges, well, it's not exactly straight, but it's straighter. I think it looks straight. Because when I hold the book up, it does look straight to me. So that's the way I would fix something like that that was wonky. Now what am I going to do with this? I'm going to hang on to it because that's going on another page, so I just set that up there. Something else I wanted to share with you right quick is this was a page that I had done, and I mean, just within the hour, and my page is still damp here because I used a water-based glue. Now, when something like this happens, and if you're using a water-based glue and you get that dampness, but you want to move and work on something a little more, get your piece of plastic wrap. And well, you can see, mine's got all wrinkled up. What I would do, or what I did here, was I just laid down a piece of plastic wrap, get it down there in the crease, and then close that up and close my book up. And then I'm not worried about it sticking to the page and then me tearing off the page. So that's my little tip for today, my two little tips. One, use plastic wrap if you're still working and you're using wet glue. And putting a border around something that you place down wonky. I mean, yes, I could have peeled up the whole background sticker, but at least this way, yeah, it shows that you can fix a mistake without having to totally take apart what you did. So if you enjoyed my two little tips for today, give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell notification, because I do my best to have videos out Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So until next time, bye guys.